This is how you take his pump off. Find the site, and then here, right here are two little tabs. You push in and it just pulls right out. All done. Here's the site. We've got this lemon oil that just helps it come off really easy. So you just pour it on there, kind of get the whole thing wet. And then you let it soak for a little while, and then it comes off pretty easy.
Can you just take it off now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
There you go, all done.
Cool.
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna show you how you guys prime the pump. So it'll be locked, so you just hit OK, and it brings you to this locked screen. And then you push these two buttons at the same time, and that'll unlock it. And then to go into where you want to prime and rewind it, you hit menu, and then you scroll down to prime rewind, up to rewind, go rewind, and then it'll take a little bit to rewind. So then you unscrew this cap and you pull the old reservoir out. And that is garbage. You need to keep this black cap. And then here's a new reservoir. This little blue thing just clips right in there. Like that. And then this is your needle. I'll just screw right in there. And then you want to kind of pump it a couple of times just because there's a lube in there that helps it do better. And then you take your insulin, you wipe it off with an alcohol swab, just quick like that, and then you will fill up your reservoir. We usually do like 140 units. That'll be two transfers of the pump. So then that way we don't have to use as many reservoirs. And you want to try to get the big bubbles out, but you can't always get all of the little tiny bubbles. So just work it for a little while, but don't spend forever on it because it's not that big of a deal if there's bubbles in your reservoir. And then you...
Mom, look, I'm sitting on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You take off your blue thing in your needle. And then you come back to your pump. And, oh wait, you want to get this ready first. This is your sight. So you'll pull all of this off. Take the top off. And unwind that. And then you put your cap, you put this tube through your cap, and then it just screws right onto your reservoir. So then you'll stick your reservoir in here and screw that back on. And then on your thing here, move it so it wakes up, you just hit continue, and it'll automatically start moving the piston to load in the cartridge.
Then are we doing another video?
We're gonna do lots of videos.
3
Yep.
videos?
Okay, once it's... Are you recording?
Yeah, it's been recording the whole time.
Once it's all the way primed, you'll hit continue, and it'll take you all the way in. So then you have to prime the needle on your reservoir here. So you hit go prime and you hold down go prime until you see 2 or 3 drops of insulin come out of that needle top. Okay, if at any point it resets sometimes and it brings you back to this screen, if at any point that happens, you just go back into menu, back down to prime, and then you can finish out whatever you're doing, whatever option you were on. But now that that's primed, now we just have to put it on Reid. Alright, so once you have it all primed and everything on here, you have to choose a site, which we've done his little bum cheeks the last couple of times, so we're going to do his arm this time, and then you want to switch to the other arm and just kind of rotate like that. So you get one of your nice little alcohol swabs, and you clean the site. You just want to kind of find a spot where it's kind of flushy, you have enough room, and then you also want to look out for where the other sites have been, so that you're not using the same spot every time. So then you just wipe off the area, and then you get the pump ready. So to get this all ready, you want to unwind that all the way, and then you pull off this blue cover, which I always hold down on this, because if you pull off that blue cover, sometimes this will come up with it, and then you have to get a whole new site. This one won't work anymore. So you pull off the blue cover, and then this you pull really slow, and you want to pull it out and not up, because it'll do the same thing. It'll pull it up, and then you can't use the site anymore because it comes off of the needle. And then you pull this off the back. And then there's little ridges right here. Those ridges are where you want to grip it to cock it, and then there's smooth little indents right there. That's what you use to trigger it. And so you hold on to the grips and you pull this little thing out, and that cocks it. And then there's a little notch you want to put the tube through so it stays up out of the way. Then you come to your site and you place it on there. You ready? Do you want to count, or do you want me to just do it?
I want to count.
Okay.
Me count.
You count, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
And then you just squeeze hard and then kind of push just to make sure it sticks pretty good. Then pull it out and you're done. So there it's on. And you just kind of, there's a little window in here we usually just look in to make sure you don't. It's not very.
Okay.
But you look in there and just make sure that you don't see like the needles skiwampus or something. And then you come back to the pump, go into the primary wind, and then you want to fill the cannula, and you put in 0.30 or 0.3, whatever it is, and that just fills the needle so he's getting the right dose. And then it'll take you back here, and then to relock it, you just push these two buttons again until it says locked, and you're done.